What is going on, everybody? This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13, and today I have an extremely beautiful and exciting vehicle for you, and I am going to only go over the headlights in this particular video, and I will go over the other lighting modifications that I performed in a different video. However, this is going to be a headlight build video because I built these headlights. So first of all, this is Warren's 2019 Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison AEV edition, which means it's a super rad bad truck. Now, the ZR2 has incredibly lackluster headlights. I've done many builds for those before in the past, and so these are going to absolutely be the coolest, most bad mamma jamma headlights for a Colorado ZR2 that I have built to date. So let me go over what I did to them. First and foremost, as you can tell, it is a fully blacked out interior. That's why we're seeing reflections of me in it instead of the interior. I'm trying really hard to be able to get into it, but it's not just a gloss black interior. I did a color matched stripe, the accent right along there, and it goes all the way up the top. I really like that design feature. I think it fits very well with the aesthetics of the vehicle. Pulling some orange into it was just a mandatory thing for me. By the way, that color is called Crush, which is gorgeous. That little accent though, that flowing design, I feel like it really captures the flowing design using other accenting lines that AEV decided to throw on there with their pinstriping. But really, ultimately, I just took that design cue from the original Colorado headlight. I'm gonna now ram some light into this housing so you can see the insides. The idea of going full gloss black was so that all of that interior definition would disappear. The point was that I wanted two ghosted halos, as you can see them light up right now. They are behind smoke rings, and I did a 4 TLR projector conversion there, so I'm running a 50-watt HID system, all Morimoto equipment, and in that high beam location you see something fancy. That is a laser beam. I believe this is now my third build to do a laser beam module in there, but the laser beam is a dedicated high beam only. It's insanely bright. It shoots down the street forever, and then when you combine that laser beam with the HID high beam, you have just an insane amount of light output as a high beam. One other tiny little feature that should not be overlooked is that an amber reflector replacement, so that is the Klearz reflector replacement in the smoked color. I also did a full lens restoration on it because they were both very, very beat up. This truck is for off-roading, overlanding. As you can see, it's definitely built for going off into the wilderness, and so these things had quite a bit of damage on them, so I've refreshed them and brought them up looking pretty. So let's turn some things on, shall we? All right, first things first, the dual halo setup. I guess you could call that a quad halo setup because there are 4 of them. However, again, they are behind the smoke ring, so they pretty much disappear until you turn them on. Now, one thing you may notice is that the halos are a slightly warmer color than the bulb that is located down there. Both that bulb on the side, and both the halos are all the same color white. However, when you put the smoke rings over those halos and that smoked reflector over that LED bulb, it makes it a slightly warmer color. So you can kind of pick up in the camera that that one looks a little bit cooler than those. Nothing that I would certainly complain about, but it is worth noting that if there was some way to maybe smoke that lens, add a little bit more foresight, I could have done that. But I'm not gonna lie, when the lights are off, I really like that being clear, and it's not that big a deal. So I think I'm gonna just call that looking really good. Okay, let's talk about turn signals for a second here. Of course, turn signals are now way cooler than any Chevy Colorado or ZR2 or Bison or AEV on the road, because check out that sweet swag. What? So all the amber, of course, matches, and even if you don't have the parking lights on, you're always gonna have that amber blinking. Like so. That is my example. Even with those off, those are still gonna blink. Heyo, turn signals are cool. Okay, last but not least is, of course, the headlight output itself. Again, they're 4 TLR projectors, 50-watt HID system, all Morimoto equipment. And here we are now with the high beam on. So the shield has dropped down on that HID projector. That is on high beam mode, and that laser beam is currently activated and shining right now. Okay, that concludes all I need to say on this headlight build. If you're interested in any of the other modifications that I performed to this truck, be sure to reference the video description. I'll have links to the other videos. If you have any interest in a headlight build for yourself, check the video description for that as well. Pricing and product information will be located in there. All build requests do need to be submitted via the form on the website. That's the only way that I do business now. Thank you so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I shall talk to you later. See ya!